my god. Hold on. Technical difficulties, apparently. There we go. Okay. Looks like we're working. My mouse got wet and was like, "Well, I don't know what's going on." Thank you, Monster. Technical difficulties brought to you by Monster. So what we got? We got Imperium, baby. This is a hell of a month for Imperium. I really juiced it up for this month, I tell you what. So we got issue number 49, 48. I can count and read sometimes. We got issue number 49. We got 50. And we have 51. 51 is a letdown, not gonna lie, but the other ones are fantastic and more than make up for it. And we got Premium Kit 3. Ooh. This is a fun one. I was really hoping this was Orcs this time, because I know one of them's Orcs, but this one's Tau. Which is also very fun. I was just kind of in an Orky mood, so I was hoping for Orcs, but no luck. Alright, let's start off with number 48. I love these Imperium magazines, man. They're so much fun. Alright. This month, what do we get? We get another piece of terrain. This is a dupe from one we've gotten before. So now we're up to 4 of these pieces of terrain. So we've got 2 whole kind of building things now, which is pretty sweet. They're pretty cool. It's a bunch of rubble. There's a bunch of nice detail and stuff on here, which is really nice. But yeah, it's a really good piece of terrain. It's kind of a shame we get dupes, but here's what it is. Alright, we got a Dark Angel there. The Adeptus Sororitas mission roster. The Order Militant of the Adeptus Sororitas are highly ordered fighting forces, outfitted and organized for deployment at a moment's notice. Small groups of sisters, known as missions, are often tasked with defending shrines, basilicas, and other holy sites. We can give all of our ladies a name. Right there. The Dark Angels, the Sons of the Lion. The first of the Emperor Space Marine Legions, the Dark Angels continue to profess loyalty to the Imperium of mankind. However, they harbor many dark secrets, and their actions often seem at odds with the orders and objectives of their allies. Dark Angels are cool. They're a cool Space Marine chapter. The Fallen with Cypher. A piece of Cypher art is so over the top. I fucking love it. That's legit. 10 out of 10. The Fallen are the renegades who, under the leadership of Luther, turned against their Primarch. Most were slain during the cataclysmic conflict that sundered Caliban, yet many survived. Some fell into the embrace of the Dark Gods, turning to chaos to protect them from their vengeful kin. Others refused to side with the archenemy, instead fleeing to the furthest corners of the galaxy. The most infamous and elusive of the Fallen is Cypher, a warrior of 10,000 years old, whose motivations are a mystery, even to his vengeful brothers. Cypher is pure edgelord, and it's wonderful. The Ravenwing is a name given to the Dark Angels' second company. Clad in black, they go to war mounted on bikes, swift land speeders, and supersonic flying vehicles. Needless to say, the second company's formations do not adhere to Rabute Gilman's Codex Astartes, and often number more than 100 battle brothers. Though not in the Ravenwing, Bar the Grandmaster and a few elite warriors are aware is their task is to hunt down the Fallen and lead the Deathwing to them. The Deathwing is a name given to the Dark Angels' first company. Clad in bone-white Terminator armor, these veteran brothers are the members of the Inner Circle and fully aware of the chapter's eternal quest to hunt down, capture and interrogate the cursed fallen. Deathwing are cool. They're cool. I wish the Terminators were like better sized, but that's the power of 3D printing. 3D printing answers that issue. Space Marines, Apothecarian. The Apothecarian is the Space Marine chapter's most vital facility. Stored within its depths is the chapter's supply of precious gene seed. Gene seed. Without which Space Marines cannot be forged to replace their falling brothers. It's talking about some of the weird shit they have. They've got a bunch of like arms and stuff. The Imperial Creed guides the actions of mankind, ensuring their loyalty and devotion to the Emperor, and binding the Imperium's worlds together in shared faith. Those who transgress against the faith are apostates and heretics, enemies of mankind to be exterminated. Some cool art there too. Knock my little Gundam over. Stuff on the Imperial Cult, the Adeptus Sororitas, and the Adeptus Ministorum. The Sororitas are the battle sisters of battle. The Adeptus Ministorum is like the guys that file the taxes. It's probably the best way to describe it. Oh, that's a cool piece of art. Look at that one. That one's good. Yeah, that's a really cool piece of art. The Penitent. The Imperial Creed is the unifying force that binds humanity together. Those that transgress against the faith are shown little in the ways of mercy. The scant few judged worthy of redemption must earn it in the fires of battle, throwing themselves into the fray without regard for their own safety. The majority of these penitents will find only the peace of death. We got Sister Repentia. These are like fallen sisters of battle. Arcoflagellants, these are like people turned into like pseudo-servitors and released into battle. And the Penitent Engines. That's a person hooked into a robot and just kind of like sent forward crazy style. They are very fun and like very grimdark, kind of grim derp. Or they're also just kind of like a silly concept, you know what I mean? And we get a battle, the Axe of Faith. How to use the Faith dice and the Miracle dice. And we get a little battle. Yeah. Alright. Let's check out issue 49. This one's really good. So the models from this issue, these are from the Sisters of Battle like special launch box that eventually became the Sisters of Battle like Battle Force box. Oh, one of them popped out. Okay, well, we'll just have to set her aside, I guess. Yeah, so these are great. So this is the Arcoflagellant down here. All these are monopose, which kind of sucks, but still pretty cool. So you got the big buzzsaw arms. You got some of the ladies with jetpacks. You've got another Arcoflagellant right there. There's a Sister Repentia Superior on here. So there's the big whip she has. Here's a chain sword, 2 chain swords. There's some sororitas on here. There's the big like banner thing they carry. Yeah, so this is super cool to get in one magazine because this was like a third of that like start collecting box essentially, which is really cool. Yeah, so okay, so it shows you get one of the flying ladies. A lady with a flamethrower, a boss lady with a chainsword, the Repentia Superior, 2 Repentia, Arcoflagellant, the Penitent Engine, and the lady with the big banner. Yeah, so that's super cool. the penitent engine. Few heretics are given the chance to redeem themselves. Those judged worthy may be entombed within a penitent engine, their guilt, sorrow, and desire for forgiveness weaponized and directed against the unholy. Pretty cool. So they like pump them full of drugs and like amplify all the pain and stuff they feel. It's super grimdark, but also kind of like silly, because it's one of those things that would just like never actually work. You know what I mean? Ooh, fancy looking lady there. So fancy. And then here's the Repentia Superior. That's a rough painted face on that model, man. Look at that. That's rough. And it is the task of the Repentia Superior to oversee squads of Sister Repentia, ensuring that they fight with the fury and zeal required of them. Armed with the neural whip and singing holy prayers, the Repentia Superior goads her charges forward into the midst of the battle. Sisters of the Order of the Martyr Lady dye their hair white in tribute to Saint Catherine, whose own hair turned white upon standing before the golden throne. Little battle record there. How to build them up. They're all nice kits, every one of them. The only problem with them is that they are all monopose, so there's no like options or anything in here. I have the Start Collecting box for these ladies. That's how I knows. I really need to repaint my sisters. Here's how you paint the sisters up. If you want to paint them according to the instructions. Says the flamethrower. We got some rules there. And then a little tutorial. Interesting. We don't get a battle this time. Okay. It's cool though. Oh, they are very nice. Very nice models. Alright. Relentless Legions of the Necrons. We got a bunch of different overlords there, all ones we've got it in the magazine. Oh, I guess here's the battle thing. That's kind of cool. It's like a big fold out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess you bring a lot of your guys to that one. Yeah, look, Candace, Battle Sisters, Repentia. You basically bring like all of the Space Marines and all of the Battle Sisters. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like a big battle. Neat. Okay. Got number 10. I will say, the last magazine this month is very weak. But the rest of them this month are fucking baller. Like, so baller. Because this... so this they call... What is the Royal Court is what they call this sprue. This is a sprue from the 9th edition, like, Excite / launch box. Just scratching my leg, I'm sorry. So this is the sprue from that like launch box. They sell this for like $60 by itself, which to me is just fucking absurd. But it's all special characters from that box, and like the only way to get it is from GW. And it's like $60. But there's some really cool stuff on here, like the Murder Giraffe. Murder Giraffe is not super useful in game, but he is really cool looking. There's this big Scorpec Lord guy with 3 legs. You see, there's his legs. There's his body. You get this other guy who's like pointing, and you get his two like buddies who are like, they used to call them murder buckets. So there's half of it because they're kind of like buckets with scythe arms on the side. There's another one. Yeah, there's another one and another one. They're really cool. I love the murder buckets. Really, every model in this sprue is fantastic. So it's a real shame that the only way to get these guys is through that stupid Royal Court thing. But yeah, they included it in here, which is fantastic. So these are really, really good. And GW charges like literally like $60 for this sprue, which is just absurd, like completely absurd. So yeah, really cool though. Let me see what that was. Make sure it wasn't nothing crazy important. Nope. Alright. We got a Scorpec guy. There's the Scorpec Lord dude in the back there. Oh, there he is right there too. Derp. We got a Scorpec guy cutting down a Tau. Another one being incinerated here. Man, the Tau always have a bad time. Always, always, always. The Canoptic Reanimator. I love this thing. This is legitimately one of my favorite Necron models. It's not particularly good in game, but it's just so freaking cool. Like, I love the War of the Worlds style, like Walker look. It's so good. These monstrous constructs loom over the battlefield, utilizing their reanimation beams to bring fallen Necrons back to life, atomizing any foes in their path. And we can have a battle record for our murder giraffe. And then we get a thing on the matriarchs. The Adeptus Sororitas revere 6 saints before all others. These 6 warriors fought at the birth of the sisterhood, and each became matriarch of their own founding order majors. And all the different saints. The light of battle serenity. Following the example of their matriarch, Arabella, the sister order of the Sacred Rose, seek to bring the light of the Emperor to the darkest corners of the galaxy, freeing the faithful from the yoke of heretics and tyrants. They are accompanied to battle by the thronging masses of the Imperial cult. Thing on the Ebon Chalice. Committed to the tradition and indomitable upon the battlefield, the Sisters of the Ebon Chalice seek to emulate the martial perfection of Alesia Dominica and the Daughters of the Emperor. Why was that in this one? I feel like that should have been in the other magazine. It feels really out of place. Then we get instructions for how to build all of our cool guys. Lots of cool dudes. Just fantastic that they put that sprue in here. So good. So good. And how to paint them up. Same instructions they've been given this whole time about how to paint Necrons. They have not given the like green paint yet though, so they're not showing you how to do that one. And then some stuff on reanimation protocols. And we get a little battle. Yeah, nice and simple one there. Alright. So, let's be real. All these double paint ones are always disappointing. Like, it doesn't matter how good the paint is. It's always disappointing to get just 2 paints, right? Like, you'd like to get like 3, or like 2 in a shade, or something, you know? 2 paints is not sexy. This time we got Dawnstone, which is some kind of gray. And we have Pallid Witch Flesh. That's actually a really good color. I've been using the shit out of the Rakarth Flesh they gave you. Using the shit out of this one. But again, still, 2 paints. It's not sexy. Oh. itching my leg. Interim. Alright. Let's see. We have a sister battle shooting an orc. And then some jumpy Primaris boys in the background there. Oh wait, no, it's not a sister battle. It's some Emperor Primaris dude. And some Space Marine Intercessor guy. Master of the Red Harvest, the Scorpack Lord. Scorpack Lords were once proud Necron nobles who have been infected by the Destroyer curse and now seek only to slaughter organic beings. Their bodies are twisted mockeries of the Necron form, modified and enhanced with only killing in mind. And a battle record for him. Yeah, see, why was this not in the last one? That feels weird. The Plasmancer. A master of raw plasma energy, Plasmancers use their Eldritch lances to project beams and waves of searing light and heat that illuminate the battlefield and consume the cryptic foes in gouts of searing witchfire. Yeah, I love this model. He's super cool. God, see, this is like all... This really should have been in the other magazine. Cryptothals are automatons created by the Cryptex to serve as bodyguards and personal protectors. Though slow and ponderous when operating alone, they truly come to life in the presence of a Cryptek, enhancing their combat abilities. I love the murder buckets. I love them so much. They're so good. They just look wonderful. It's like a KFC bucket and someone putting knife arms on the fucking side of it. You get a thing on the Raven Guard. Is that who's on the cover? Oh yeah, it is the Raven Guard. Look at that. You know what? The Raven Guard would be so much cooler if they actually had their Primarch, because he's supposed to be a big, like, bird monster. Just, that should be a model. It's a real shame it's not. Masters of stealth-based warfare, the Raven Guard strike from the shadows, using sabotage, guerrilla tactics, and targeted strikes to pick apart their foes. By the time the Raven Guard are ready to engage in open warfare, their weakened enemies are already in confusion and disarray, primed for swift destruction. And there's, what is that guy's name? Kayvon Shrike. Super emo looking dude. Yeah, there he is. Kayvon Shrike. He's the current chapter master of the Raven Guard. He wields the bolt pistol named Blackout and the Raven's Talons, ancient pair of master-crafted lightning claws that were reportedly forged by Corvus Corax himself. Shrike's deeds are legendary, particularly in his battles with the Tau and Orcs. And then... looks like we get some kind of story. It's about Krieg versus Orcs. Stats for all these guys that we got in the last magazine. And then a little battle. Yeah, that's it. So, before I get to the premium kit, you got 2 paints in the last one. Pretty weak sauce. Then you got this sprue, which is amazing. Really, really good to get this sprue. All great models on here. These Necron models are fantastic. And this, like, GW makes a real pain in the tail to get this after they sold the first initial box. You get 1/3 of the starter box for the Sisters of Battle. Also fantastic. Lots of cool options on here. And then some terrain. I especially want to call it the Sister of Battle sprue because it's fantastic for games that aren't Warhammer. Like real talk, like Stargrave, Space Station Zero. Like the sprue is phenomenal for that. You have a lot of like different options. You have different kinds of guys, so they can like look different and stuff. It's really good. All right. Let's break out the Cowboys. Premium kit number 3. The Tau Empire. Pew, 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 says the robot. Alright. So, I don't know the names of these units very well, so... Oh, you know what? Let's see if they're in the magazine. Okay. Cool. I know the names of the units now. Okay. Alright, so this is HQ guy. This is the Cadre Fireblade. It looks like he's got his own base built in. It's kind of weird. He's got like a scenic base there. He's got like some kind of sniper rifle. Stupid Tau face. I like the Tau a lot, but I fucking hate their heads. I hate the way they look. Like their heads. I just hate it. I wish they were like some other kind of animal. But yeah. Pretty cool. Just some kind of boss guy. They probably charge like $30 for that. Then we got the stealth suits. These are super cool. I actually love the design of the stealth suits because they're just kind of like big, like chunky, like Chungus power armor things. I think they're just fantastic. I think they're, yeah, I love the design of the power suits. Or the stealth suits or whatever they're called. They're called stealth suits. I think they're just wonderful. They're just these big, chunky, like, derp heads. It looks like they got a drone with them there, too. So that's pretty cool. And then we get 3 sprues for the Fire Warrior Strike Squad. Oh, these guys, they have this, like, alternate turret thing that they can set up that's like a big, like, I don't know, like support fire turret drone thing. They also have like 2 different ways to build them with different guns and stuff. So these are really fun models, and you can see how nicely packed to the sprue is on these. There's a lot of like, there's a lot of options in here, right? Like they have the little backpacks. They can have these like long rifles. They can have these other rifles that are kind of like open. They can have these like machine gun looking rifles. This is a really nice sprue. So you get 10 of them from this. There's 2 different kinds of helmets on here. They're supposed to represent 2 different kinds of guys. But yeah, they're really nice. The Tau are really nice models. I just fucking hate the heads on the Tau. Like, I need to find a really good 3D print head to use as an alternate, because I hate the way the Tau heads look. Like, I cannot stand them. Some kind of battle suit there. The Tau Empire. The warriors of the Tau are drawn from the fire caste. These soldiers can trace their bloodline back to the tribal hunters that once walked the plains of the Tau homeworld. Though their technology is advanced, they still continue ancient traditions of their forebears as they battle to expand their territory. Bonding rituals. There's a stupid nose slit thing. God, I hate the Tau heads. You know what? Why I think I hate the Tau faces so much? They remind me of like if a child drew the creatures from Abe's Odyssey. Like they look like something from Oddworld, but like without the personality. Right? This is like if Netflix made Oddworld, this is what the creatures would look like. I fucking hate the design of them. I hate them so much. I love the hoof feet. They're really cool. I like the armor and stuff. It's good. I fucking hate the heads. Like I really need to find a better head to 3D print on these. Fire Warrior Strike Team. Tau strike teams can lay down a withering, fusillade of fire. They possess potent ranged weapons with incredible stopping power. The advanced technology they possess allows them to take a wide range of foes, from enemy infantry to lumbering war machines. Yeah, see, there's the turret thing. It's kind of cute. It's like a little trash can. This thing used to be a monster in old Kill Team. It was so obnoxious to fight against. The stealth battle suits. I love these. Oh, I love the design of these. They're just so chunky and stupid. I love it. Like, they look like diving suits, and I think that's really cool. Alright, let's see. Stealth teams are special operation units that spend most of their time operating independently of the cadre. They infiltrate the enemy lines, utilizing the light bending disruption technologies of their battle suits to seek out and destroy vulnerable targets in perfectly timed ambushes. I love how chunky and dumb those are. They're just so good. And then we got how to build them. And it looks like the boss man is not going to have any options. Looks like these guys can have little like add-ons on their back, which is kind of cool. They look really good with the add-ons. And then they can have plasma guns or like these Gatling gun things. It looks like they can also place a homing beacon. It's kind of neat. And then we've got some options for these drones. They can have like guns or marker guns, or they can be a gun drone, a marker drone, a shield drone, or a guardian drone. Looks like they can have different tails on their heads too, which is pretty cool. And then we've got our boy, the evil trash can there. It looks like he can have 2 different kinds of rocket pods. And then our dudes here, they have so many fucking options. This is great. Yeah, the Fire Warrior kit really is fantastic. You got the long gun. You got the short machine gun. You got, I think there's another kind of gun. Yeah, like they're not even giving you instructions on how to build all of them. Because you can also build these another way, where they get different helmets, backpacks, and different guns. So like, yeah, there's other ways to build these too. It's not even shown here. But yeah, they're fantastic. Then we got some instructions, how to use all the paints we've got and to paint them. Oh, is that showing you how to freehand? It is, look at that. Using a small layer brush and thin paint, make 3 evenly spaced lines of different lengths. Widen the first line starting at the height of the second line and painting down. Double the width of the top of the second line. The Shazrak cannon blaster, paint a small dot above the second line. Apply patterns to the entire collection of models. Well, that's cool. That's really cool. It's showing you how to do a little Tau freehand. That's pretty baller. Showing you all the steps for basing and some examples of the finished boys. And then we get some profiles for the different guys. Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice little collection of Tau guys. Because you end up getting 10 guys in the one kit, 3 in the other kit, and then an HQ. So that's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. Yeah, can't really think of anything bad to say about that. That's super nice. Super nice premium kit. The one thing is I fucking hate the Tau heads. So I gotta find something to 3D print for those. So I will be pouring through STLs later to find different heads for those. Because these will be really fun to print up for one-page rules. Because you'll have, like, if you wanted to make a Grimdark Future firefight team with these, you'd have a lot of cool options in here for your team, right? You'd have different guys from the strike team, you'd have the boss guy, and you'd have, like, the power suits. So that would be really, really good. Also, I forgot to show off next two magazines, our big Necron crab thing, which is really cool. It's super cool. This is the Triarch Stalker. Looks like you're going to get the first half of it in issue 52 and the second half in 53. Super cool. I don't have one of those, so I'm actually super looking forward to building it. It's like a big crab stalker thing. Yeah. It's like a crab mobility scooter, kind of. it's the guy sitting on it. But yeah, it's super cool. So that's going to be in the next month's issue. Just really cool. So, yeah, another good issue, another good month. With that, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. I'm not going to be streaming on Sunday because I'm going to go play Conquest on Sunday for my first game. Got my guys all painted up. I will catch you tomorrow. I got my Deep Rock Galactic box ready to go. My Deep Rock Galactic board game has finally come in from Kickstarter after 2 years. So we will be rocking and rolling that tomorrow, checking it out. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it. Thank you guys for watching.